Before he ran in Mission Impossible, Tom Cruise made a very serious and intense performance in Taps. But was it any good? Hi, my name is Hannah Shea, and you're watching Shea Hannah. We are in the second episode of looking at Tom Cruise's career over time from start to present. In this episode, we are looking at his movie in 1982, Taps. So what is TAPS? Bunker Hill Military Academy has been targeted by real estate developers for demolition. The students, outraged by the thought of their school being turned into condominiums, vow to fight back. Led by Cadet Major Brian Moreland, Timothy Hutton's character, they stage a school-wide rebellion that ends with them being in charge of the campus. After winning over the headmaster, George C. Scott, Brian and his fellow cadets Alex, Sean Penn, and David, Tom Cruise, face their toughest battle yet, with the Army. Now, there are various challenges throughout this film, but of course this is about Tom Cruise's performance, so, I won't go into the whole synopsis of the film. That's just a brief summary of the film. He was 19 years old when Taps was made. This follows his performance in Endless Love, which we just reviewed not too long ago. So how did he get this part as a main character just after, being in Endless Love for 50 seconds? Well, he was actually originally cast as a background actor and impressed the director so much with his abilities that it led to him being in this as more of a main character. So I think that's pretty telling of his personality and something we see even now, that he's really put himself so much into these movies. So let's look a little bit more about the film itself. It was rated with a 6.8 out of 10 on IMDb, 68% on Rotten Tomatoes, and 85% on Just Watch. It features Tom Cruise, of course, Sean Penn, Timothy Hutton, George C. Scott, and Ronnie Cox. Directed by Harold Becker, and it was filmed primarily at Valley Forge Military Academy in Pennsylvania. It has a theme of honor, loyalty, and challenges. So if that is your vibe, please stick with us. Tom Cruise plays David Shawn. He's an impulsive and reckless cadet, but he plays a significant role in this fight. We are going to look at a few of the scenes in this movie, so there are spoilers ahead. I cannot make that clear enough. There are spoilers ahead. So please turn back now if you do not want this 40-year-old movie spoiled for you. Let's take a look at his first appearance. This is very early in the movie, and we see characters Moreland and Dwyer walking, and we also see Tom Cruise's character, David Shawn, enter. So let's take a look.
Class of 22. Hey, Brian. The Dungeons and Dragons game today? Not tonight, Sean. I should ask. Jenny's picking me up at the airport. Have a good day.
So there you can kind of see the dynamic between him and Dwyer. I mean, they already kind of don't like each other. You get that vibe, but he's friends with Moreland. He wants to play Dungeons and Dragons. So I think, he's just kind of this ordinary friend of Moreland, but, let's take a look at the next one. This is a scene where the men are getting provisions so that they can stay in the academy and border themselves up. For some backstory, there was an event where General Bache, George C. Scott, the man they all look up to, tries to break a fight between the cadets and the civilians at an event, and he ends up shooting one of the civilians. Then in police custody, he has a heart attack. So this is the scene the civilians that were involved in, they see the cadets having car trouble, so then chaos happens. Let's take a look.
Hey, JC, are you catching that action?
Hey, you guys having some problems?
Yeah, I see him.
I'm talking to you.
Dwyer, for Christ's sake, hurry up.
Hey, you guys having a problem?
Dwyer.
Yeah. Damn it, Pierce, come on.
Dwyer, you better get back.
Honestly, I thought he was going to be able to fix it and get away real fast, but that is not what happens.
You cretins lose something?
No, just a little mechanical
You
difficulty.
bastard who killed Don.
So there you can start to see his impulsiveness. He acts fast. He doesn't think. Let's take a look at the next clip where you see more of that. With the men trying to stay at the academy and stand their ground, we see some of them leave in the night. So let's take a look at David Shawn's reaction to that.
Status? D Troop, 2 men missing, sir.
Alpha Company, 4 men missing, sir. Whereabouts unknown.
Charlie Company, 5 men missing, sir.
Bravo Company, all present accounted for, sir.
Very well.
11 goddamn skulls.
Hold it down.
Next you'll
Sean?
cubicles.
I want a full report. The roommates of the 11 that are missing.
So obviously you can see he's showing his aggression again, cares about the cause maybe a little bit too much. Let's take a look at another scene where you can see a little bit of a different side of him. So in this scene, we see a little bit more of Moreland and Shawn's friendship. You don't see as much of that impulsiveness, aggression. You just see two men talking. Let's take a look at these two young guys just being friends.
Little kids I can understand. Hulk was always marching west.
It was a big mistake, Brian. If you don't want me saying so. Bache would have never played it that way.
I wish I could talk to him.
Tell us to hold out.
Yeah, I know he would.
Should go grab some sleep. Go on.
Sleep. Can you sleep?
Me? Slept like a baby this afternoon, 2 whole hours. Go on, lie down, Brian. You'll feel better.
Wake me if something happens.
Will do.
So it's nice to see a different side of David Shawn. I mean, he's not, spraying bullets everywhere. So that's kind of nice to see him just be his friend. It's nice to see a little bit of range for Tom Cruise to be able to play, not just this aggressive type. Let's take a look at the last clip. So by this point, Moreland has had some loss, and he kind of realizes the cost of this fight. He tells the cadets to fall in, it's over, and they all listen except one cadet. There are spoilers ahead, like I mentioned. Please turn back now if you do not want to see the end of this movie.
Fall in, it's over. It's over. Fall in.
Open fire! Open fire!
So obviously, he is not listening. He just wants to fight. Let's skip ahead a little bit to when Moreland goes up there.
It's beautiful, man. Beautiful.
So that is the end of Taps, pretty much. I think Tom Cruise's performance is pretty great. You see the finale of his aggression there. I mean, it's pretty insane. You can tell his character was just wanting to fight and fight and fight this whole time. And, he was all about action rather than thinking. So let's get into my final thoughts on the movie. I want to do a rating segment at the end of each video. So basically I'm going to rate the performance, rate the film, and then Cruisisms that I'm looking out for, which sounds dirty but isn't. So I would rate his performance 7 out of 10 cruise missiles. I think for him going from background actor to main character, that was such a big jump. and he really poured himself into this role. I mean, practicing the marches tells how committed he was. I think the character was important to the plot, and he did everything that he could to convey that anger of the character. I think the film I would rate as 8 out of 10 cruise missiles. I think the plot was very gripping, the acting was phenomenal from everyone involved, and I would definitely watch it again as, someone that enjoys those types of movies. So, cruisisms I'm looking for. Did he run in the film? Yes, he did. I don't believe I showed that in the scenes, but he did run in the film. Did he do a stunt? Sort of, not really. I mean, he's spraying bullets everywhere, but he's not jumping off of a plane. So, if you think of any more cruisisms, please comment below. I'd love to look out for more. My final thoughts on the movie are I really enjoyed it. I think I would watch it again as someone that likes Tom Cruise in those kinds of movies. I think his performance was great for how young he was and it being only his second film. So what do you think? Do you think this showed his promise for his career? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Next we will be reviewing the 1983 movie, Losing It. I almost said Taps again, but Losing It. Like I am. I'm freaking losing it. Alright, stay tuned.